Welcome to another episode. In this episode, we're looking at investigating sound. Hi, boys and girls. At the end of this episode, you should be able to investigate some of the properties of sound, explain why sounds may be interpreted as pleasant or unpleasant, identify sources of noise pollution and ways to eliminate them, explain why loud sounds can be harmful, and describe sounds using the appropriate language, and complete at least 4 of the 8 activities at the learning centers. Recently, Jamaica was jolted by a 5.6 magnitude earthquake. Many people felt the shaking and heard the sounds as the Earth's crust moved back and forth. These back and forth movements that caused the objects to shake are called vibrations. Without a doubt, there will be no sound unless these movements or vibrations take place. Equally important, the properties of sound determine how sound is perceived by a listener. Figure 1 shows 3 properties of sound. They are frequency, pitch, and intensity. Those are all equal to the properties of sound. So, frequency is the speed at which sound travels. Pitch is how high or low a sound is. And intensity is the loudness and softness of a sound. Figure 2 shows 2 types of sound, pleasant and unpleasant. So here's figure 2. Pleasant sounds have soft intensity, is soothing, allow people to concentrate, and make people sleep well. Unpleasant sounds, it's unbearable. It makes people unable to sleep, is painful to the listener, and is noise pollution. Too much exposure to continuous noise or noise pollution may harm the eardrum and cause deafness. Sources of noise pollution include fireworks, drills, lawnmowers, and construction equipment. Eliminating noise pollution. Some examples of ways to eliminate noise pollution include wearing earplugs, lowering the volume on devices, planting more trees, and wearing noise cancelling headphones. Engage. Group activity. Materials needed: a small sturdy box without a cover, ruler and elastic bands of different thicknesses and lengths. Here's the method. This is how we are going to conduct this investigation. Place a thin elastic band around the length of the box. Now pluck the elastic band. What did you observe? Were the vibrations very fast or slow? Was the sound high or low? Now, do a similar activity, placing a thick elastic band across the length of the box. What did you observe? Were the vibrations fast or slow? Was the sound high or low? Place different elastic bands in order based on their thickness across the length of the box. Place a ruler on its edge across the width of the box. This will tighten the elastic bands. Now pluck each elastic band. Shift the ruler from the center to lengthen one side and shorten one side of each elastic band. Now pluck the longer side, then the shorter side of each elastic band. When was the elastic band tightest? When was the pitch highest or lowest? And in effect, what you're doing here, you're making a guitar. Okay, so you can also go ahead and watch videos about guitars and their strings, the thickness of their strings, and how to shorten or lengthen a string, and what that will do with the speed of vibration and, as a result, the pitch of that particular string. Complete the test items to show the pattern or relationship between speed and pitch of sound and the size of the elastic band and the speed of vibration. So here we go. The faster an object vibrates, the higher is the sound it produces. Number 2, thinner objects vibrate faster than thicker objects. Number 3, When the ruler is shifted from the center to the right, the shortest side of the elastic band will produce high sound when plucked. Because it's shorter, vibrations travel through faster, giving us a higher pitch. Evaluate. Complete at least 4 of the activities at the learning centers. WordLink, the Faye Ellington Center, create a glossary of words that are related to sound. So some of those words, the properties, the pitch, intensity, frequency, pollution, uh, noise, all of those things can be used in your glossary. Social Link from the Mary Sequel Center. Use a digital device to take photos of activities 1 and 2 and share the images in your class WhatsApp group. Self-link from the Dr. Agri Irons Center. Make a journal entry expressing your opinions on the activities conducted to produce sound. Picture link from the Edna Manley Center. Download images of objects and animals that make sound with different pitch, intensity, and frequency when they vibrate. Create a carousel of these images. Nature Link from the Dan Macaulay Center. Make a list of creatures that depend on sound to see. Let's say that again. Make a list of creatures that depend on sound to see. Find out the meaning of echolocate. So in this episode, we were looking at investigating sound. So you should be able now to talk about some of the properties of sound, to explain why sound may be interpreted as pleasant or unpleasant, to identify sources of noise pollution and ways we can eliminate them, explain why loud sounds can be harmful, and use the appropriate language when describing sound. Take care, do your activities, post them, and we'll see you in the next episode.